So, yeah, today I wanted to cover the toe hold and a lot of the details to kind of make the toe hold work. There's certain moves that are like simple enough where I don't need to go over like the nuances of exactly how they're finished, but there's a lot of techniques where I really like to get into detail with that stuff. So we go into different setups, you're going to be using different muscles to get the finish, and you're going to be in different positions to get the finish, and it helps to have an understanding of, okay, I need X, Y, and Z to be in place for me to get the tap on. So we're going to talk about the toe hold first. I'm here with Josh, right? So let's just say we're in some kind of relatively ambiguous leg lock position like so. This could be some kind of heel hook orientation. If I needed to, I can turn to Achilles type orientation. But for right now, I've got a toe hold orientation. Generally speaking, me having a toe hold orientation with my opponent implies a couple things. First and foremost, it implies the fact that his knee is generally at or a little bit past a 90-degree difference in mine. So if our legs are in the same line here, see how my knees are kind of lined up with his? What leg lock is this kind of conducive towards? When our knees are perfect.
Achilles.
Achilles, right? Yeah. Could I do a heel hook when our knees are perfect on it? Maybe if I like have dumpy shoulders. Generally, I'm going to need a little bit off axis to be able to get a heel hook. I'm going to need, now we're a little bit less than a 90. I can't get a toe hold here. By the time we get to just about a 90 usually-ish, now I can lock it up. Now I can get the reach. It's actually possible. So when our legs are at a 90-degree difference, generally speaking, toe holds open up for us. When I go to kind of like a 180-degree difference, they're still possible, right? Still like feasibly possible, but usually like this 90-degree difference, that's kind of like the place I'm looking for. Also, his shin being across my stomach, with his pinky toe up and his big toe towards me, or his big toe towards me and his pinky away from me, this is the orientation I'm looking for. So we're here. Now, how do I finish a toe hold? Unlike a lot of other leg locks, a toe hold involves attacking opposing ankle. So now you're focusing on like the base of his leg, getting any pain here. I'm not focusing on his knee, I'm not focusing on his hip, I'm focusing just on his ankle. So what I'm going to do here is my first hand, I'm going to get a grip, my pinky finger on his pinky toe here. My second hand is going to wind underneath his leg, and I'm going to grab onto my own hand. I don't grab my own wrist, I grab my own hand. This adds more tension to the leg. Right? So we talk about initial snugness and chokes and other stuff. I got the meat of his foot, I'm bending it down already, then I grab over it with my other hand. No thumbs here, just cup and grip. At this point, I don't want my, if I can help it, I don't want my elbow way down up towards like his knee. I want everything as tight up towards his foot as I can get it. And what I'm going to do here is I begin this technique by getting what I call like cucumber snapping pressure on like his foot, right? It's a bad visual, but it's like, man, I don't want to be able to walk out of this place. But in all reality, I need to load the pressure into this orientation. It's not, okay, I have a grip that somewhat looks like a toe hold, now I'm going to like use a lot of muscle and hope I tap somebody. Like, that's not necessarily the way I like to do leg locks. So here, I wind tension into his foot, I wind additional tension into his foot. Josh already feeling it. Now what I need to do, I get this initial pressure, I'm pulling this forearm in tight to my body. So I'm not just tight on his foot, I'm bringing everything nice and snug. I want this right here, this is anterior talofibular ligament. Ha! I remember that. It's kinesiology. You know how long ago that was? Anterior talofibular ligament. This one right here. You know when people like sprain their ankle playing basketball, they roll their ankle outside? 90% of the time it's this ligament. It's hanging out all by itself, very easy to attack. So as I'm here, boom, I want to pull that ligament into my sternum. Like I want it stuck to my sternum. Not like kind of next to it. I want it like uncomfortably close to it. So super, super, super tight. So I get this clamp. So I get that initial pressure. I get this clamp. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate Josh's foot like this. His toes coming down towards like his elbow over there, and his heels rotating back up. So I want to rotate his foot this way. This kind of rotation. See what's happening? My elbow's lifting, my pinky's pointing down. At the same time, what I want to do is bring his toe closer to him. So I don't want to just rotate his foot out here, I also want to bring his foot in closer to him. I can kind of ball up more and load more pressure on it when I bring his toe in closer to him. So as I'm here, I get that initial cucumber pressure, I snatch this thing up as tight to my chest as I can, I start to get that rotational force, and I bring it close in at the same time. Dunzo, okay? And you load the pressure ridiculously easy. If I don't, and it's like out here, Josh probably gonna straighten his leg out. There's nothing I can do about it at this point. I gotta switch him to the leg lock. So, this first, bending his foot, I get this banana bend, boom, and then I snug everything back up. What's here? I'm pulling this tight into my chest, I'm winding it, forcing it towards him. Boom, I get my finish. Okay? So let's have everybody pair up. We're gonna start in that same position right here. One grip, two grip.